Before we get started, please take a moment to click that thumbs up. It really helps. Thank you. Okay, let's go over a couple of things to clear up a few things for people. There's a total of 20 billion TDROP that will be minted on February 1st. 20% of those are allocated to be used for paying Theta stake and rewards. The first distribution will be done on February 1st, and it'll be 1/3 of the 4 billion, and it will be 1.3 billion TDROP. Those that are staking during Q1 and Q2 will receive their TDROP for having been staking. You do not have to have been staking for the entire 2 quarters. You will be paid proportionally for the amount that you staked and for the time that it was staked. So if you weren't staked on August 1st, but you did stake, say, on October 1st, then you will be earning TDROP from October 1st up through the end of January, assuming that you remain staked through the end of January. And you will receive some TDROP when it is distributed on February 1st. The balance of the 4 billion will be in 4 chunks of 666 million, and those will be paid out. 666 million will be paid out at the end of Q3. Another 666 will be paid out at the end of Q4. Another will be paid out at the end of Q5, and the final amount will be paid out at the end of Q6. So if the total amount staked remains consistent at 65% over that entire period, and you have 1,000 staked, you will be receiving your TDROP 5 different distributions, basically. The first one being February 1st, and for the sake of easy math, let's assume that you were staked at the beginning of August and you remained staked. You didn't change the amount that you staked. Then with a total of 65% of Theta being staked, it's basically going to be 1 TDROP per 1 Theta staked per quarter. So for example, if you had 1,000 staked from the beginning and it remains staked the entire 18 months shown here, then you will receive approximately 2,000 TDROP on February 1st, and then you would receive another 1,000 at the end of the 3rd quarter, and another 1,000 at the end of the 4th quarter, another 1,000 at the end of the 5th quarter, and another 1,000. So you would basically get, for 1,000 Theta staked for the entire 18 months, you would receive about 6,000 TDROP. It's not bad. Now, once you unstake, of course, you are no longer earning whatever time that you were staked. You will participate in the next distribution. So if you unstake and then you restake, then you will start earning again when you restake. Once you receive your TDROP into your wallet, it is yours. You will not be able to sell it until it's vested, but it is yours and it will not go away. So, it's beneficial to stake and remain staked. And one of the reasons that they are doing this for people staking Theta is to try and make staking Theta to be more competitive with the rewards received if you're staking T-Fuel. So you don't get any TDROP for staking T-Fuel though. So keep that in mind. Now, the incentive for staking Theta and receiving TDROP as a result of that staking activity goes away once the final distribution has been made on February 1st of 2023. So between now and then, the Theta Labs team is going to have to come up with something to replace that incentive if they want to keep Theta staking competitive with the rewards of T-Fuel staking. But I'm sure they will. And the reason I think they will replace the incentive is they don't want to risk the avalanche of people unstaking Theta and then swapping it over to T-Fuel. I mean, after all, the whole point of creating the incentive to make Theta staking rewards more competitive is because they wanted to eliminate the disparity between the rewards of staking Theta versus the rewards of staking T-Fuel. Without the TDROP incentive in there, the rewards for staking T-Fuel are 2 or 3 times more than they are for staking Theta. So if somebody, looking to invest in one of the two tokens and they're basing their decision on the staking rewards they'll get, well, then they're going to go for T-Fuel. So that's what's going on there. Okay, this is a spreadsheet that I threw together, and this top line here is the total amount of Theta staked as a percentage. The next line down shows how many Theta that actually is. Then the next line down is the amount of Theta that you have staked. And then the next line down is that amount expressed as a percentage of the total amount staked. This next line down is the number of T-drop to be distributed per quarter. And then the next line down is the number of T-drop that you will get per quarter based on the numbers above. And then the next line down is the number of T-drop for each Theta that you have staked. So if I was to change the amount staked to 70 as an example, 70%, so it would have to go up 5% from where it is now, and the number of T-drop you would get per Theta staked would only drop to 0.952. So even if it went up a significant amount, it's not going to significantly change the amount of T-drop you will earn. If I were to drop that down to 64.8, I think is what it was this morning, then the number of T-drop to Theta would be 1.029. So keep in mind that this first distribution on February 1st of 2022 will be for earnings over Q1 and Q2. So this number of T-drop that you would get if you had 1,000 staked would be that number times 2. And then every quarter thereafter, assuming that the total percent staked stays where it's at, you would be getting 1,029 T-drop each of the remaining quarters. So as I was pointing out, the T-drop that you'll get does not radically change when the total staked percent changes. The lower the percent goes, the higher your T-drop rewards would be, and the higher it goes, the lower your rewards would be. But like I said, even if it went all the way up to 70% staked, which I seriously doubt it will. I mean, it's been between 64 and 65 for quite some time, so I really don't see it changing much. If they brought on another validator, that might change it, but I don't think it would change it significantly. So that's what this calculator that I put together shows. Okay, let's talk about vesting for a minute, just to be clear on something. Let's say you receive a distribution of 1,200 T-drop on February 1st. This vesting clock is independent of any staking activity. Once these T-drop are in your wallet, this vesting clock starts. And after the first quarter, 200 are vested. After the second quarter, 400 are vested. After the third quarter, 600 are vested, and so on. So you can unstake everything. Once these T-drop are in your wallet, this vesting clock kicks in, and it's just a matter of waiting the 18 months for you to be vested in all of the T-drop that you received on February 1st. So don't worry about having to maintain a stake in order for these vesting clocks to go. They start and they go regardless of whether you are staked or not. Once you receive them, they're yours. You just can't sell them until they are vested. So after the first quarter, 200 are vested. You could then sell them, trade them, do whatever you want with them. The rest of them remain in your wallet until they are vested. Well, that's a wrap for this presentation, so cue the music. Well, as a general rule, for every 1 T-Fuel that you earn staking Theta, you'll be earning about 11 TDROP, as long as the TDROP is available anyway, which it will be for the next 18 months. So enjoy it. Had a good long talk with one of the viewers today. A lot of fun getting to know him. And hopefully we'll be able to do this with other people. If you want to be one of them, then shoot me an email and we'll schedule one for you. Merry Christmas. It's coming quick. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that thumbs up for me, and I'll see you in the next video.